Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to discuss branches of chemistry in unit number 1 for class 8. I hope you all will be fine. So let's start our topic, the branches of chemistry. In the previous lecture, I have told you about the Muslim scientists, the Muslim alchemists, their role in the chemistry, in the field of chemistry. Today, we are going to discuss what is chemistry. So, first of all, let's start about the definition of chemistry. The branch of science which deal with the study of structure, composition, properties of matter, the changes occurring in matter, and laws and principles which govern these changes. So what is chemistry basically? Chemistry is the study of matter. All the science subjects, as you know, from up to class 7 you study about science, but when you come to class 8, the science is divided into chemistry, physics and biology. In chemistry, physics and biology, you study about the main thing, that is matter. So in chemistry basically you study about what kind of matter, the structure of matter. For example, you have a matter water formula is H2O, so you study about the structure of water, H2O. What is the structure of water? The second, the composition of water. What is the composition of water? Water is a matter, and what is its composition? It is composed of two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. You can see here. The next, you study about the properties of matter, the melting point of water, the boiling point of water. All these fall under the category of the properties. The next, the changes occurring in matter. What kind of changes you are going to observe in the matter that I have written here as an example, that is water. Water can be changed into ice, that is the solid state of water, and water can also be changed into the gaseous state, that is steam. Okay, it means that water can be converted into frozen state, ice, and it can also be converted into boiling a steam. Okay, it can be boiled, it can be converted into steam vapors. Now, and the laws and the principle which govern these changes. In the chemistry, you are going to study all the laws, all the principle under which these changes are observed. Now let's move towards the branches of chemistry. So the first branch of chemistry you can see here is the physical chemistry. Physical chemistry, as the name indicates, it is the connection between the physics and chemistry. So physical chemistry is the branch of chemistry which is concerned with the relationship between physical properties of substance along with the chemical changes in them. So in the physical chemistry you study the relationship between the physical properties such as melting point, boiling point, etc. But with those physical properties you are going to study the chemical changes also in the matter. For example, if you are studying a matter water, you are going to study their physical changes, that is physical properties, boiling point, melting point, freezing point, its density, its volume, its shape. So these all fall under, so you are working with which branch of chemistry? You are working with the physical chemistry. Clear? Now the next branch of chemistry is the organic chemistry. In the organic chemistry, basically it is the branch of chemistry that is concerned with the study of those compounds which study carbon and hydrogen. So in the organic chemistry, we are going to study all those compounds which contain only carbon and hydrogen. It means we are not going to study those compounds which do not contain carbon and hydrogen. And those compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen are called hydrocarbons. So it means we can say that organic chemistry is the study of hydrocarbons and all the things that are derived from hydrocarbons. So in the organic chemistry we study hydrocarbons, the things which are made from hydrogen and carbon. For example, you can see CH4, methane. It is made up of carbon and hydrogen. The next one, glucose, C6H12O6. It is made up of carbon and hydrogen. So it can be studied in the organic chemistry. And all those compounds which do not contain hydrogen and carbon, they are not studied in organic chemistry. Clear? Now let's move towards the third branch of chemistry, that is inorganic chemistry. What is inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry deals with the study of all elements and compounds except hydrocarbons. Now, as hydrocarbons are studied in organic chemistry, so the compounds which do not contain hydrocarbons, they are studied in inorganic chemistry. Okay, for example, H2O, CO2. Look at here, H2O do not contain carbon. It contains hydrogen, but it do not have any carbon, so it is not a hydrocarbon. So it is not studied in the organic chemistry, it is studied in inorganic chemistry. The next one, the carbon dioxide. Look at here, the carbon dioxide contain carbon, but it do not contain hydrogen, so it is studied in inorganic chemistry. Clear? So what is inorganic chemistry? Basically, in the inorganic chemistry we are going to study those elements and those compounds which do not contain hydrocarbons, and those compounds which contain hydrocarbons are studied in organic chemistry. For example, I give you NH3 and I told you that NH3 is studied in which branch of chemistry? Can you tell me that NH3 is studied in which branch of chemistry? Yes, NH3, first of all you are going to see, is there any hydrocarbon in it? There is hydrogen, but there is no carbon, so it means that it is not studied in organic chemistry, it is studied in inorganic chemistry. Clear? Now the fourth branch, come towards the fourth branch of chemistry, that is analytical chemistry. What is analytical chemistry? Basically, analytical chemistry deals with the study of qualitative and quantitative analysis of matter. Now, what is the meaning of qualitative and quantitative? Qualitative mean the type and kind of matter. Quantitative mean the amount and nature of matter. Now I am giving you a simple example. Look at here, student. Now listen carefully. I gave you the two beakers, and in the two beakers, one of the beaker contained protein in it. And I told you that go inside the lab and find out that which one beaker contained the protein. You go inside the lab and you test these beakers, and you concluded that beaker number 1 contained the protein and the beaker number 2 it do not have any protein. Clear? You find out that beaker number 1 contain protein, it has the protein in it. So you are doing which kind of study? You are doing the qualitative type of study. You are finding the protein, the type and the kind of matter. That is the type and the kind of matter. Which type of matter is present now here in the beaker number 1? In the beaker number 1, protein is present. So you are doing the qualitative study. That falls under the analytical study. Now what is quantitative study? Now if I give you that beaker number 1 and I told you go inside the lab and just find out how much protein this beaker number 1 contain. So you go inside the lab and you find out that the beaker number 1 contain almost 25% of protein. So that 25%, that percentage, you find out the amount of protein inside the beaker. So that is now a quantitative study. So quantitative study tell us about the amount, that is 25% of the matter inside the beaker. So what is quantitative study? In which we find out the amount of matter. And what is qualitative study? In which we find out about the type of matter. So class, I have discussed with you the chemistry. What is chemistry? That is the structure, study of the structure, composition, properties of matter, changes occurring in matter, and laws and principles under which these changes are observed. We have also discussed the branches. That is the first branch, the physical chemistry, which is concerned with the relationship between physical properties of substance along with the chemical changes in them. Similarly, I have told you about the organic chemistry, that is the study about the hydrocarbons such as methane and glucose. I have told you about the inorganic chemistry, that is the study of the elements and compounds except hydrocarbons, that is water and carbon dioxide. And I have told you about the analytical chemistry, that is the study of the qualitative and quantitative analysis of matter. I think that is enough for today. In the next lecture we will discuss the next 4 branches of chemistry. Thank you very much, students.